Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're having a fantastic time this Monday morning. We are at 7 minutes past 8 a.m. and we are doing great. 1 hour is already gone. The way time is flying by right here on Art and Culture Monday is ridiculous. So I hope that you're still tuned in. If you are looking for where to talk to me at, we are streaming live on YouTube. And this is the first chance that we are getting of the day to get our first conversation down. That means that I'm not alone in studio. I'm joined by a gentleman that is going to be helping me disseminate all about Miss Teen Queen International Kenya. So good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
How is your Monday morning?
It's awesome. Yeah, having to see an awesome week.
Yes.
Yeah, and to jump into the struggles.
Exactly. Thank you. We are setting pace for an amazing week. So I'm glad you're saying already that you're going to be having an amazing week. I want you to say hi to people at home. Tell us your name before we jump right in.
Okay, so hello guys. My name is Tanvin Onyango. I'm a media personality, a student, a pageant coach, and the current national director of Miss Teen Queen International Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's start from kidogo, because I've heard you are wearing a number of hats. Let's just start with what we were talking to right before. You are also a student.
Yeah, I am a student.
And where?
I'm taking ICT at ICS College, East African Institute of Certified Studies.
Yes.
Yeah, and a student making me like the youngest national director in the world holding a pageant event.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
How did you land at being the national director? You know, because now you are very young. How did you land this spot?
Okay, so last year around July is when the first advertisement slot of Miss Teen Queen International was shared with the CEO. Her name is Gwendolyn Tagbaha. She has quite a hard name.
Yeah.
So she is the CEO, the president of the international event. So she shared the post. And then it has always been a dream as an experienced model, being in the industry for quite a long time. Yeah, so I saw why not bring something different to the Kenyan industry and as well as to the Kenyan fashion scene. Yeah.
So when did you start modeling?
Well, when I was 8 years. When I was 8 years,
all right. Eight is kitambo.
Well, it's quite a long time.
So what I want to know, what are the circumstances that were surrounding you starting modeling? Because at 8 years, that's pretty young. So is it support from parents? What happened exactly?
Okay, I can say it is literally the support from parents because my parents are like my number one fan. In everything that I do, like in my modeling career, my education, my media side. Yeah, like in everything that I do, my parents are usually like my number one sin. Without them, by the way, sincerely speaking, I don't think I'd be where I am right now. Yeah.
Okay, so what was the event that you were modeling for at 8?
Well, I used to do more of high fashion at first. Then after high fashion, then I jumped into pageantry. Then 2019, I got crowned Miss Teen Africa. And then from there, it has been an awesome journey.
Yeah. So help us disseminate, because that is where you're here, the difference between high fashion and pageantry.
So a pageant event is whereby we get now to crown models. Now, these are the models whereby you usually see them wearing sachets that are branded Mr. and Miss.
Yes, Mr. and Miss, first runners up. Okay.
Yeah, those are pageant models whereby as a pageant model, you get a position of, now you become a leader. Now you are like, for your status and that one of an MP, an MCA, a governor, you are aligning on the same post. Yeah, because now you are already a brand. Now, and you're speaking for the community at large. Now, for a high fashion model, now those are the people we call like the silent part of the modeling industry, because their work is to showcase the work of designers, the work of art. Now, for instance, if you see the Paris Fashion Week, the models who showcase the outfits done, those now are high fashion models. We have commercial models as well. Like the industry is so vast. Yeah.
Okay. I've been seeing a couple of Zara models on TikTok, and how Zara, jokes or not, but those are high fashion models. Okay. All right. I hope that you and I are understanding. We need to differentiate these things so that we know. Do you want to be a high fashion model or do you want to be a pageantry model? Then 2019, you said you were crowned
Mr. Teen Africa.
Mr. Teen Africa. How was that experience for you? Because I'm imagining, you have been doing your thing, but now to actually be crowned, how was that experience from the, of course, practice and everything that went into it, into the winning of it?
It was a tough time. At the same time, it was an eye-opening opportunity because it showed me that indeed I can achieve beyond my own imagination.
Yeah.
Because being in high school at the time that I was crowned and as well, so trying to balance education, projects and everything. Yeah, it was an awesome journey. Yeah, that's what I can say.
You must have had very supportive group around you, because I'm imagining if you're winning Mr. Teen when you were in high school, what school did you go to?
No, I was it's your neighbor over here, the Kawa Garrison Secondary School.
Ah,
yeah, like I even began, let's say, like my media journey from high school. My modeling also journey, I also had to hype it up when I was in high school, because you know I'm counting days, 11 years from high school. So what's next after high school? Yeah. So it created that pace for me. So actually when I was done with the high school, then I had already decided on how I want my life to be. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it looking anything like what you had imagined?
Beyond what I expected.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. You are doing well. You're doing well. Would you also say that the high school that you went to played a big part in giving you an opportunity to do these things?
Well, it played a huge, like literally a huge role in it. Especially, I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Form 4 teacher. Her name is Madam Sophie Naulika. Yeah, she was that support system. You understand, like in high school you have a lot of pressure.
Exactly, there's a lot going on already.
Yeah, you have to balance a lot of things. You have that pressure of, I have to succeed, I'm counting days, how will the results be? So she was that one who told me that yes, you might pass in your exams, but at times in life you might find what you studied for it might not play that a huge impact in how your future will be. So she has been, even till today, my moral support team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, a big up. Yes, a big up to such teachers that are not just teachers. You're a teacher and more. So a big up to you. Like you can see, the results of your moral support are out here showcasing and doing great things. Yeah. Okay, so the position for the national director for Miss Teen Queen International Kenya was out there, was posted. What did you do? How did you go about it to actually become the national director?
Well, the first process that it is usually there, it is that you communicate first with the overseer. Now that is the CEO, the owner of the franchise, and then from there we got to discuss on various aspects so that we can see if the vision that I have for the Kenyan industry, if it aligns with hers as well. So we got to have an intense communication, and then we got into a bidding process. Yeah, because you cannot hold someone's company without, you understand, like money-wise, you also have to be placed somewhere. So we had a bidding process of which, by God's will, everything went well. And then I got shared the brand logo for Miss Teen Queen International Kenya. We did our first poster, and then we are here where we are.
And then here you are.
Yeah.
So you're still, you can see steps forward towards you, towards your dreams, and towards you just contributing to the Kenyan modeling industry in general. So question, as you are sharing, I'm sure you shared the vision with now the CEO of Miss Teen Queen International Kenya. Yeah. So what is the aim? What is the aim of Miss Teen Queen International Kenya, and what makes it different from all the other pageantries that we have already in the country?
Well, Miss Teen Queen International Kenya, our vision is to create young selfless ladies, because I personally believe one thing is that once you empower a girl child, you have empowered a larger community at large. So our vision is to create that young selfless lady in all our title holders, whom will be engaging in a lot of projects, of which, funny thing, we have already aligned a segment of projects to run immediately she's crowned. After 3 weeks, then she begins her projects upwards until next year when she'll be handing over the crown. So she'll be vocal in talking on about matters pertaining sexual health awareness, dealing in environmental conservation projects, as well as just a lot of community engagement to make sure that she's that vocal, and also creating a leader out of the team that will get to crown, as well as a brand out of them, because once they hand over the crown, then what's next about their future?
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's our main goal as the franchise directors of Kenya.
Great. There's a question that is going to be coming at the end of that, because I really wanted to know what happens after the pageantry, and also with the frequency of when Miss Teen Queen International Kenya is going to be happening. We really needed to understand what happens after the year, but that is a conversation that is going to happen along. So are there practices are there, rehearsals going on right now, or what is preceding the event or the crowning?
Okay, so right now we are still mobilizing models. On the 30th of March, we will be hosting our first auditions, which will be held at the Delight Technical College. It is in Nairobi, just opposite Jivanji Gardens, whereby we get to we are inviting all models between the ages of 14 years to 20 years. Yeah, so on the 30th, then after there, we will be doing an online profiling of all the models. That is whereby we'll be sharing their pictures, what they do, which schools they are in, what their vision is, so that we can also get to understand, once we crown you, how can we get to combine your vision and our vision to create you into that leader that we want you to be.
Yes.
Yeah, so after that, after the online profiling, the models will undergo for training, proper training to prepare them very well towards the event, making sure that they can also give prominent speeches once we take them out there for maybe interviews for the project and so on. And then from there, then we'll be doing the grand event on the 22nd of June.
So there is a long way to go.
Yeah, it is a long way.
Yes, so as of now, is any girl between the ages of 14 and 20 invited to the 30th of March event?
Yeah, it is an open invite because it doesn't matter if you have never been on the runway before, because we believe I personally have an awesome team that I'm working with, a team of experienced models who will get to train them and to make sure that the minute you're stepping on the grand event runway, even if you won't manage to walk home with a crown, someone might spot you and say, I want to work with you.
Okay, so there is a lot that is actually going to come out of the event that is going to be happening. So as if you have heard it, you are hearing it from here for the first time, Miss Teen Queen International Kenya. So the first event, it's an open invite, like Tanvin has said. So the 30th of March.
Yeah, 30th of March.
Yes, if you're between the ages of 14 and the ages of 20, you're a lady, you're a girl, you have been into modeling, you have an interest, you come. You never know, that might be the start. This might be the first question I'm going to ask you. And you're like, oh, my journey started at Miss Teen Queen International. So you are all invited. So that, do you have like a limit of the girls you can be able to take in?
We are inviting as many girls as possible, as long as you believe in yourself, as long as you're confident enough. But the target that we are hoping that will be proceeding to the finals, it is a maximum of 30 models.
A maximum of 30. That is a good number. That is a good number. If we crown the winners and then some others get contracts here and there to work, I think 30 is definitely a good number. So another question, what are the categories that are in the Miss Teen Queen International Kenya pageantry? Because the girls from 18 to 20, that is a big age gap. Like a girl that is 14 might not function the same as a girl who is 19. Yes, so what are the categories that are going to be in there, and are they age-based?
Okay, so for the titles, let me put it as the titles that we'll be handing over. We'll be handing over the crown to the queen herself, now Miss Teen Queen International Kenya. And now the first runners-up, the second runners-up, Miss Teen Queen Congeniality and Miss Teen Queen People's Choice. Now for the Miss Teen Queen International Kenya, we'll get an awesome chance of representing Kenya in Nigeria for the international finals. So for the age gap, it is more of how you commit yourself, because right now you might find a girl is like 14 years and but the way she speaks, she has that opportunistic leadership in her that maybe at 20 years doesn't have. You understand? So that's why we decided to place that age gap, so that we can have at least a larger margin of girls, so that we can even create opportunities for them.
Okay. So it really doesn't matter what age you came in at. You could be the Miss Teen Queen Kenya International Kenya. You could be Miss Congeniality. Congeniality. Despite your age. So that is a huge, that is a huge responsibility. So if you get in there, your competition, like you are competing on the same level ground. So you take your A game, and whoever wins, may the best girl win. Question: where are the baby boys in Miss Teen Queen International Kenya? You guys are just girl child is the person that we are focusing on? Is there a future? Is there an opportunity for a boy child like yourself? Is there a Miss Teen King International somewhere?
Well, there is a good thing,
Yeah.
of which is that we have merged the beauty pageant with high fashion in it. So before the pageant models hit the runway, we'll be having a high fashion showcase, whereby we have merged awesome models, both male models and even the female models. We have kids who will be modeling on the runway, showcasing different outfits from awesome designers from East Africa.
Yeah.
We have designers from Rwanda, two from Ethiopia, and others from Kenya at large who will be getting to showcase their outfits. So for the male models, they'll get an awesome chance to showcase on the runway. And apart from that, God willing, very soon I'll be introducing something awesome for the male models in the Kenyan industry.
Okay. So in this high fashion segment of the event, is there an age gap? Is there an age that is required? From as young as 8, as old as?
Well, for the high fashion, we don't have like an age gap.
Yeah.
Funny thing, you can be 70 but still a high fashion model. You can see the likes of Kim Kardashian, Gigi Hadid. They have surpassed probably 50 years, but they still hit the runway. So for the modeling part, we don't have, for the high fashion, we don't have an age gap.
There's no age gap.
Yeah.
How can someone be part and parcel of the high fashion segment of the event? Well,
on our social handles at Miss Teen Queen International Kenya, we have all our contact details as well as our email address. They can share their model portfolio, that is for the high fashion models. And then from there, our awesome team will be vetting them and then selecting them to put them in. Also, the designers are playing a huge role in determining the models will be selected.
Also, if there's a designer that's watching that would like their work showcased, are they following the same process?
Yeah, as well also as for the designers, they can also go to our social handles, get to contact us. My personal contact details are on our social handles. They can get to reach out to us and they will be given a platform.
Yes, so whether you're a high fashion model, a pageantry model, a designer, we are going to be getting those social media handles on repeat so that at least you can get where you can be able to communicate that from. You mentioned something that is important, a model portfolio. What does that involve? Because someone really knows they are interested in modeling. They have a good work, good body, whatever you could call the primary needs for modeling, but they really don't know how to move on from there. So how do you make a modeling portfolio? What should it look like? What does it entail?
So for a modeling portfolio, it is more of a CV. Yeah, that's like a CV that has all your details, has all of your professional pictures, whereby if I get to go through it, you have highlighted for me who you are. Within, let's say, like a brief biography on about yourself, your pictures, and not just any Snapchat pictures, but professionally taken pictures.
Then we're taking Snapchat pictures and putting them on your model portfolio.
Yeah, and it has your body measurements, maybe the brands that you have gotten a chance to work with, and yeah, it is literally just surrounding around that, your pictures, who you are, brands you have worked for, your body measurements, your social media handles, because as a model now, your social media handles plays a huge role. Because the minute you decided that I want to be a model, now you are a brand. Because probably a brand like Safaricom can contact you, we want you to be on our billboards. But if they get into your social media and they find you posting Snapchat pictures, they are bubbling you with your cheese and so on, like you cannot get a chance.
They may not be able.
You understand? As compared as to any other model who has his or her social media stated in an awesome way, only professional taken pictures over there.
So it's a sort of a media kit, but for a model. So it needs to say in the shortest form possible who you are, what you do. Like they have said, body measurements are important. You may not put that on a job-seeking CV. No one really cares if you're 6'7", but if you're doing a modeling portfolio, that is important information. Professional taken pictures, I think that is very, very important. Like he has said, your social media handles play a big part, because really social media is your office. So you need to make it neat. You need to make it look like very clear, precise, concise, and to the point. So if you are doing a model portfolio, this is not the time to have different handles. You have Instagram, you are Karen ____. Now we are not understanding what you are doing. So simple social media handles, if they can be the same across all the platforms, even better. All right, it speaks to professionalism. It speaks to, you know what you're doing, you are on your business, and people who are on their business are likely to contact you because you're showing a certain level of professionalism. So thank you for taking us through that. It is important because I know very many people are interested, they want to do this, but even as you will be doing your online eliminations, I'm sure those are some of the things that you're going to be looking at. How does your media kit look like? Because it needs to define you at a glance to see exactly what you are all about. Wow, thank you. Thank you for taking us through that. So the training that is going to be happening, now that we know the first event is happening on the 30th of March, are there dates for the official training before the 22nd of June?
So immediately after the auditions, we'll get to share a timetable with the models, because we will be organizing for them now the training sessions. Apart from the training, we'll be also having now their own photo shoots as professional as possible. So that also the brands that are coming on board to partner with us, they can get to see, now I am working with a serious team, and I have a possibility or a higher chance of getting maybe a brand ambassador to be the face of my own personal brand. So we'll be outlining the dates for the models. But now during our training session, we'll be having then, as usual, the catwalk sessions to make sure they have the best walks ever. We'll be having now the speech to ensure that they have they can speak properly, and they are very vocal while they'll be giving their speeches during the grand event. Basically that's all.
So there's going to be speech, and then there's going to be walks, practicing their walks. Anything else? So
now after that, now we'll be taking out the top 5 who will get to crown on training to prepare them now very well now for the projects that they will be engaging, because if you'll be coming and if you get crowned, trust me, you'll be having a busy year.
Like yes, he started by saying your work has been cut out for you already. They're just waiting for the person that fits the title. After that, it is going to be a marathon of a year, and we cannot wait to see what happens in the next one and in the next one. So question, this event, Miss Teen Queen International Kenya, it will be happening once a year?
Every once a year we'll be getting now to crown a representative and a new face. It's something similar to Miss World Kenya. But now we have a younger age standard.
A younger version of that. So back to my question as we were beginning the interview. What happens after my year is done? Crowned, had a nice long year. We have engaged in different events, in different, in showcasing different things. But now here's the end of the year, and I'm handing over the crown to the next person. What happens?
Now, one thing that you can be sure of if you will be coming to participate is that by the time you'll be handing over your crown, we will have turned you into someone whom, whenever I hear your name, I'll be like, you are the one. You understand? So we'll make sure that we turn you into a brand, because we are bringing on board awesome partners. We have NGOs who we'll be working with. So immediately you crown, you will be handing over your crown. You will be with us now for another 6 months, so that we can also propel you further, so that once you are done, you don't be like, I did my part, now what's next with me? So we want to create, basically it is literally creating a brand out of you and creating a leader out of you.
So whoever wins after that 1 year, they will be ready for the real world. They'll be willing to go out there and actually make money, make careers out of having won Miss Miss Teen and Queen International. Okay, you also mentioned that the winner of the Queen of Miss Teen Queen International is going to be going ahead to participate in the main events in Nigeria. So is it just the first person? Miss Congeniality? Why does that name Congeniality? Why does it keep? Okay, so is it just the first Miss Teen Queen International Kenya, are the counterparts of the 5 titles going to be joining?
In accordance to the international standards of any international pageant event, is that the winner, the crowned winner, is the only person who will get a chance. Now, if the winner now will be going to represent Kenya outside, now the first runners-up who will be left back in Kenya takes the role of the queen. Who will be handling over the projects that she was supposed to do, as she will be representing Kenya outside. Now, when she comes back, she will be taking over. So, as our queen will be representing us outside, we'll be making sure that our top 5 are very outlined.
Yes, and engaged in here as they even go on.
Yeah.
So apart from Kenya, Nigeria, what other countries are, it's an international
Yeah.
event. So what other countries are in there?
So far, Nigeria is crowning their queen in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Venezuela crowned their queen last year, 24th. We have Philippines, we have South Africa, we have Zimbabwe, we have Cameroon, and Zambia as well.
That's a good number of countries. So Miss Teen Queen Kenya is going to be having some work, some work to win in the competition.
Yeah.
What does the future look like for Miss Queen International Kenya?
Well, in the next 3 years, because also I might say 3 years, it's quite more. Yeah, but in the next 3 years, it will be one of the most prestigious beauty pageants in Kenya, in accordance to the vision that we have outlined. Yeah, because with the NGOs that will be working with, their brands that will be playing a huge role in making sure that they are very vocal, that Miss Teen Queen International does not be just like any other beauty pageant. Because there are a lot of beauty pageants whereby you get, once the winner is crowned, he or she vanishes. Like, you'll only see them maybe in media tours, in 1 or 2 engagements, and then from there, the next time you'll get to see them, it's maybe curtain raising in events, or even during now the time that they will be handing over. So ours will be very awesome, because as we have said, after 1 year of you handing over the crown, now you'll be with us now for the next 6 months. Now during that period, we'll also be getting you gigs, that is brand endorsements, high fashion events, because we will also be organizing other community also engagements, because you understand one thing is that the minute you engage yourself with a community and that community feels your impact, they will propel you further.
That is true.
So that is our goal in the Kenyan industry at large, because we want ours to be very different from just any normal beauty pageant.
Yes. Wow, we do wish you all the best.
Thank you.
You seem to have, aligned your arrows. Your work is set out for you, so we can only hope and wish you the best as you go, as you execute now, because the plan is very clear from beginning to the next couple of years. So we can only wish you the very best and hope that you get the best of the best, that you're working on with the best of the best. Kindly give us Miss Teen Queen International handles and then your personal handles. This is for models, like we said, for designers. Yes, so if you have a kid or someone who is interested, this is their time. And also sponsors, NGOs, designers, these social media handles are important, because this is a way to get in touch with Miss Teen Queen International.
So on Instagram, it is at Miss Teen Queen International Kenya. The minute you just write that handle, it will bring you, ours has a Kenyan flag at the end. On Instagram, soon we'll be opening now the other platforms like Facebook, TikTok, and all the other social handles.
Especially when the events begin.
Okay. And our email address, it is at teenqueeninternationalkenya@gmail.com.
Yes.
International, now the short form of it, INTL.
Yes.
teenqueeninternationalkenya@gmail.com. Now my personal handles, on Instagram at Tanvin_Lones, and you can contact us via +254 11 59 243.
1159 243. All right, 254. We are going to be repeating that in just a bit, so if you missed it, not to worry. It is +254 11 59 243. All right. So if you want to get in touch, those are the contacts, that is the email address, and those are the social media handles. So Instagram too, I think that is the easiest one. Just Miss Teen Queen International Kenya. You're going to be getting all of this information. I talked to a young girl there with a dream, 14 to 20 years old. They're feeling they would make a great part and parcel of Miss Teen Queen International Kenya, and definitely invite them to the first ever Miss Teen Queen International Kenya as we wrap up.
Okay, well, for the ones who never got to catch me introducing myself, my name is Tanvin Onyango, the National Director of Miss Teen Queen International Kenya. I'd like to take this awesome opportunity to invite all of the 14 years to 20 years young girls who are visionary on about creating an impact and bringing a change in the society. Miss Teen Queen International Kenya is your platform. It won't be like any other beauty pageant event, and not putting it like a political campaigning scene, but immediately after you get crowned, you will be feeling the impact you yourself. I'd like as well to invite all the sponsors, NGOs, and partners who would like to be part and parcel of this awesome event. It will be an event like none other. Yeah, so I'd like to invite all and everyone. Yeah, don't worry if you have never been a model before, because we are working with the best of the best teams, because the trainers who will be training you are huge title holders in Kenya, and it will be an awesome event. So come on board, and all the very best. 30th March, we'll be hosting our auditions at the Delight Technical College in Nairobi, just opposite Jivanji Gardens. Come there, show us what you've got, prepare your speech very well, and we will be seeing on what you have to offer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, one question I forgot to ask. The winners, what rewards do they get?
Well, we have awesome sponsors on board. We have even Oraimo on board. And with Oraimo, you literally know what they bring on board. So we'll be having some awesome gift hampers. And a lot. Like, we literally have a lot, of which outlining them right now, it will take a lot of
it will take away from the event. So you come, there's going to be a reward. It's not just going to be the sash, or you know, you are going to be having more than that, and of course opportunities later on that everyone can really hope for. Thank you so much for joining us today. You have represented Miss Teen Queen International Kenya really well on this interview, at least. So all the best, like I said.
Thank you very
Please
much.
get in touch with them for the 30th of March. Miss Teen Queen International Kenya on Instagram. That would be the easiest way to get there. So ready yourself and go and be ready to win, because if you win it, you're going to be winning for the next couple of years, you know, just for being part of Miss Teen Queen International Kenya. So thank you so much. That has been a good run. Ladies and gentlemen, let us wrap up that first interview at 38 minutes past 8 a.m. That is where we're putting a full stop on our first launch. When we come back, we're going to be talking all matters at calendar.